Okay, everyone, we are working on chapter 3, homework number 8, numbers 90 and 95. Let's get going. Number 90, what is the area of each part of the entire rectangle at the right? So to do that, you are going to have to figure out this area model, and all you have to do is do the multiplication. So first, we're going to have to go with this rectangle right here, which is made up of x, right? The length is x and the width is x. So the area of that rectangle is going to be x times x, or x squared. Okay, up next is the area of this rectangle. Okay, and it has a length of 8 and a width, which is going to be this side right here, but that's exactly the same side as this right here. So that's going to be x also, or not x also, but it's the same length as the other side, which is x. So the area of that rectangle is going to be 8 times x, or 8, excuse me, a little laggy here, but 8x. Okay. Area of this rectangle has a width of 3 and a length of, that doesn't show up anywhere, but you notice that length is the same as this length right here, which is x. So this area inside is going to be 3 times x, or an area of 3x. Okay, and this little itty bitty rectangle in the back, right? This doesn't have any dimension, but if you look at this, it has a length of that tall or that long. Oops, excuse me. Which means that it's the same length as that, which is 3. So this is 3 times, and then if you look at this right here, it has a width of that, which is that green piece, which if you look up here has a length, or has a width of 8. So it's going to be 3 times 8, or total of 24. Right? So what is the area of each part of the entire rectangle at the right? Right there. What's the area of the whole figure? Well, the whole figure is going to be written as a product or as a sum, and that's what you're being instructed to do. So let's go ahead and get this written down. So the area of the whole figure. Okay, so we want to say area as a sum is going to be what we just did, which is x squared plus 8x plus 3x plus 24. Or if you notice that 8x and 3x are like term, you can combine those into 8 plus 3 is going to be 11x. So your final answer, x squared plus 11x plus 24. That's the area as a sum, and the area as a product is going to be whatever the length and width of this rectangle is. So the length is x plus 8 and the width is x plus 3. So the area as a product is x plus 8 in parentheses, and then multiply that by x plus 3 in parentheses, and that is the product. Okay. Okay, number 95. Graph the line 3/4 x on graph paper down here. Provided that for you. So 3/4 x, excuse me. So y equals 3/4 x is actually y equals 3/4 x plus 0, meaning you're going to start y-intercept at 0. And then the slope is 3, is up 3. So 1, so 1, 2, 3, and then over 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's where you're going to graph your line. Right? And if you want to keep it with a straight line, keep doing the same thing. Up 3, 1, 2, 3, and over 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and you can do the same going opposite. down 3, and over to the right 4. Okay, so instead of up 3, you're going to go down 3, and then to the right 4. You're going to go exactly opposite to get your line, and then you're going to go ahead and connect your line. Okay, looks a little crooked, but I'm fairly happy with that. Okay, so we are to draw a slope triangle for this line, and I'm going to go ahead and do the one that starts off at the origin. So it's going to be that slope triangle right there. Okay, so draw slope triangle, check. Okay, now slope triangle tells you about the slope. So the y value is going to be 3, and the x value is going to be 4. Now it says rotate the slope triangle 90 degrees around the origin to get a new triangle, to get a new slope triangle. And what is this new slope? Okay, so if we rotate this around the origin, right? So meaning that if we look at just that 3, up 3 and over 4 part, right? If we rotate that 3 around the origin 90 degrees, we're actually like going to be going to the right 3, because that right there makes a 90-degree angle in between. So if you look at the where I have 3, up 3, and then to the right 3, if you look at that, that creates a 90-degree angle because I could fit a corner right there. So I essentially turn 90 degrees. So the slope triangle of up 3 is now going to be to the right 3. And then the slope triangle part where it says to the right 4 is actually going to be down 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's my slope triangle, which should match with the red one right there. Okay. So my new slope triangle is actually going to be down 4 for the y, and then to the right 3 times for the x. Okay. So the new slope is going to be m equals down 4 and to the right 3 times, so the slope of 4/3. Okay. Okay. And then the last part says, write the equation of a line. Oh, I didn't need to erase all that. Leave that there. Okay. Last part just says, write the equation of a line that's perpendicular to 4/3 x. Okay. And if we remember anything about parallel and perpendicular lines have negative and opposite reciprocal slopes. So if a line is y equals 4/3 x, the perpendicular line would be y equals negative 3/4 x. And because this line starts at the origin, because this one right here, y equals 4/3 x, starts at the origin. Okay, perpendicular to that is also going to start at the origin, so we're going to go ahead and put plus 0, and that's your equation of the line perpendicular to that. All right, let me know if there's any questions.